Yeah, so we are live, and I mean that's the end of a pretty close contested test series. And I mean, kudos to both the teams for putting up such a fight. Both just kept coming back. None gave the other an inch. It all started with India getting 3 centuries at Headingley and England coming back stronger. And then getting close to that run, India got again 2 more centuries in the second innings. England chased down 371 to get 1-0 up in the series. India came back very strongly at Edgbaston and made it one-sided as they won by I think some 300 odd runs. And then at Lords, it was the Ben Stokes show as he put up a mammoth show with the ball and defended 190 odd with the help of Jofra Archer and others. Joe Root got back to scoring hundreds at Manchester. It was England's dominance for the first 3.5 days before India came back to put up an excellent rearguard action, courtesy Jadeja, Sundar, Shuman Gill, and KL Rahul. And at Oval, at one point, it looked like it was England's game in the first innings. Then India came back strongly. England dropped so many catches in the second innings and let India score 396. And then when they came out to chase, at one point looked like at 106 for 3, England were done and dusted. In came Harry Brook, the young talented youngster, and he just turned the game on its head. Hit so many good shots, but just like it happened with so many guys, probably a Rohit Sharma kind of moment of 2023 Cricket World Cup. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. And Harry Brook will keep on thinking why he played that shot at that point of time. India looked absolutely clueless, but he just opened up the game, and then the Indian Pacers never looked back. Siraj, in particular, was on the top of his mark. Joe Root got yet another 100, his third of the series, but all that didn't count at the end as India managed to win by just 6 runs. Probably the fitting end to the series being Wokes coming out to bat one-handed with his other hand inside his shirt, tucked up in the sling, and Gus Atkinson at his best. But yeah, England succumbed under pressure, and Joe Root and Harry Brooks hundreds went in vain. Mohammed Siraj probably had a sort of a revenge from what happened against him at Lords. His ball trickling down onto the stumps, and them losing that close game. So everything just turned fair in the last game, and 2-2 is probably a fair reflection of the scoreline, I would say. But yeah, so we can have some discussions on both the sides and what better they could have done, and what better they can do in the future. So I'm joined by Abhishek. We are hopeful that maybe a couple more can join if they have some time. But as of now, you guys can also shoot your questions. By the way, this won't be a very big live, so I would be happy if you guys can interact straight away.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Saptashi. I think this has been one heck of a series, I would say. Maybe the most intense you can call after 2021 BGT, maybe 2023 Ashes, I would say. And now, I think 2025, I think, yeah, as you rightly mentioned, both the sides, I think, showed immense talent, strength, skill, perseverance throughout the course of 5 match series. And I think the scorecard is a perfect reflection that at the end of the day, there was no better team who could have won the series. And yeah, and it's a great justice that India could level this 2-2, considering the way they played throughout the series. Losing 3-1 would have been a big was a big injustice to them. Yes, you can tell that some of the
Yeah,
moments they couldn't capture.
I mean, England chasing down another 370 plus total would have been a bit demoralizing to India, and it would have been a historic chase at
Absolutely.
Oval. I think 259 was the highest chase, and England almost got close, but yeah, I think there was a bit of destiny involved, and Brook just opened up the game. Then the ball started moving around Bethel. Jeff couldn't rotate strike. Root got out. Jamie Overton's out was 50-50 decision, which went in India's favor, and Dennis Smith also succumbed to the pressure. And with Vokes not being available, that was again a blow to England.
Yeah, considering Vokes' ability with the bat, it
If
surely
yeah,
hampered
I mean, had Chris
uh,
Vokes when fully
England.
fit, I think this game could have been different. But yeah, England would surely be a bit disappointed on Jamie Smith in particular. He started the series on a very good note, though
Yeah,
that 184 at Western and all, but he's sort of faded down the series. And I mean, maybe they needed just 10-15 runs from him, and that would have been done. But he couldn't get that.
yeah. And also, I think important point that you are mentioning that Harry Brook.
And also Joe
Yeah,
Root.
yeah,
Actually, this game reminds me of the Champions Trophy game against Afghanistan. Joe Root
exactly.
got 100,
Afghanistan.
got
Yes.
out in a similar fashion. Jimmy Overton got them
Hold on,
close,
yeah,
and he got out at the wrong time. And then, and even there, Mark Wood was injured. He couldn't run. He just came out, and Adil Rashid couldn't finish the game. They lost by some 7, 8 runs, if I'm not wrong.
yeah.
I
That
think,
that was also, I think, uh,
yeah.
that's what I think we can discuss also. Like, is England? Yeah, 2 points. I think. First of all, I think the Harry
Yeah,
Brook
and
point that you made. I think
most of these chases, I mean, the two big chases before, when they chased 370 plus against India, Root saw them till the end. Had Root been there, he would have surely seen them home.
absolutely. I think yeah, the Harry Brook that you told, the one that the his intent, but I think that is the way they brought England back into the game because yeah, Root
Yeah,
100 was
yeah. I mean,
more or
Harry
less
Brook
yeah,
counter attack, and he was a bit lucky on 19 when Siraj dropped, when they made them go for
yeah,
six.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, so it was probably a bit of relief to England as they had dropped so many catches during India's innings, and Harry Brook played that way. But I think at that point of time, they had already got two boundaries. He could have resisted and not played that shot by charging down and all. But yeah, still after Harry Brook, they could have won. Jacob Bethel, I think, lack of match practice costed him, and Jamie Smith succumbed to the pressure.
yeah. That's what I'm telling. That Harry Brook, they he only brought England back to the game. Uh,
Yes.
Considering yeah, I think if he played defensively, he could have also got out.
Yes,
I
I
think he
think
gave a
he's
comment,
someone new. He's saying hi. Anyways, yeah, hi. Name. I mean, I
and
don't know
he's
what his name. I think your
what is
name
his
isn't
name?
name, right?
Yeah. So that is one. And the second most thing I want to ask that is England too much dependent on Giroud, especially during chasing? That's my second question to you.
Yeah, I think Root has been very good in chases, and his fourth innings average in successful run chases for England was some 114 or something. I think it was being said in the commentary in successful run chases. Also, his fourth innings. I mean, I've seen him doing good run chases. And being pivotal in those run chases. Even in that Headingley match when India picked up 4 wickets,
Yeah,
he saw them home with Jimmy Smith
3 wickets.
with a
Three
50 odd.
wickets. Okay,
No,
you're
at
talking
one
about
point they
Headingley.
were
Okay,
fourth
okay.
down. They were fourth down
Okay, yeah,
when
yeah.
they needed 120 runs. So worse than yesterday.
Exactly.
And uh, uh, yeah, Ben Stokes
But
also got some runs in that
the pitch
match.
was different. The pitch was different. That pitch
Yeah,
was different
yeah,
compared to
Ben
this
Stokes
one.
also got some runs. Yeah, I think also there was the destiny involved for India. I mean, as soon as Bethel got out, the ball started seeming so much with the cloud cover. And today also Overton's decision, Dhamasena took a long time, and then he gave that decision. Had
Yeah,
he not given, it was umpire's call. So Overton started the day with two
and then
boundaries. It
yeah,
came
yeah.
down to
That was
27, and Overton has got batting ability. So if he had struck a couple more boundaries, things could have been different. But yeah, that's how it is. I mean, had India taken their catches, England would have lost Headingley. So that's how things go. I think England had their share of luck at
had
Headingley,
the
and
ball
India
not
had it
hit the
here.
stumps at Lords, had the ball not hit the stumps at Lords, that
Yeah, maybe India could.
Siraj one.
Maybe India
Yeah,
could have won. Had Joe Root taken Jadeja's catch in fast ball, England could have won Manchester.
in the
So yeah,
Manchester. Yes, yes. So
had
yeah, there
even
are a
Liam
lot of
Dawson taken Shubman Gill's catch, and Jadeja's catch, Joe Root took. So I mean, England would have won Manchester. So I think every team has, both the teams has had their share of fortune in each and every game. Only Edgbaston game you can say India were the favorites for a long, long time, because they didn't give a lot of chance. They just outplayed England. But apart from that, I think mostly it was, both the teams gave the other a sniff.
but yeah, that's true, and I think I think I feel that since the point of Jorut came, I think
Yeah, one thing I was surprised was Harry Brook getting that medal. I thought Ben Stokes would get it, but anyways,
yeah, I think that
man
was
of the
decided by
series.
the head coach. Our head coach Gautam Gambhir. I think it was decided by the head coach. So
It is
I
decided
think
by the head
yeah,
coach.
yeah, like
Okay.
the player of the series that I think Siraj got,
No, but
that was
then
decided by
I mean, then it is
McAdam.
decided by the England head coach also.
Yeah, yeah. The Indian player of the series was decided by the England and the Indian England, like the reverse, vice versa.
Okay, then I think Gambit didn't give Stokes the medal because of what happened at Manchester.
Yeah, yeah, maybe, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but honestly speaking, I think Stokes deserved it because I mean, He took 15 plus wickets and 300 plus runs with 100 also, and that spell at Lords. So he did everything possible,
Yeah, batting wise, I'm not
and
sure
leading
how
them
much.
also.
Yeah, batting wise, I'm not sure. Like, yeah, the 100 run master was very good. But yeah, I think yeah, Stokes has been
Yeah,
more effective
even
with
if
the
I
ball, I
leave
would
out that
say.
100, I think he got some important contribution on the tricky Lords wicket. He got 30 odd in the second innings and 46 or something in the first. And that was a tricky wicket, mind you. Those 30 runs proved to be useful at the end. And
Yeah,
then that
yeah,
spell he bowled. Even
yeah.
that
That's still
first match, he picked up, I think, 4 wickets in the first innings at Headingley.
yeah with the bowling, with the ball in hand.
And he got a 30 odd.
He just, when he got the set better tailed out. I think it was curtains for India at that point of time only. It was very difficult for India to jump back.
Yeah, so
Like
and even when
the,
Bumrah had forged a partnership, he kept on bowling short, and finally got Bumrah out.
yeah. Otherwise, it could have been a repeat of I think 2023 Ashes where Pat Cummins and Leon took Australia
Yeah,
home. I think similar
yeah. So
situation only. I think.
I think I would have said Stokes. If not Stokes, I would have said Joe Root. Maybe though only one of Joe Root's hundreds gave them a win, but I would still say, I mean, he was consistent enough in the last 3 matches. Got a 50 in the first. So yeah, it was a good series for Joe Root. I would say by his standards, it was a good
But
series.
again,
Five
again my
wicket loss
same
series.
question to you, Saptarshi, that is England too much reliant on Joe Root?
I think now, apart from Joe Root, I can say maybe Harry Brook and Ben Duckett. Harry Brook, I am still confident he will do well in Australia. Yeah, spinning conditions, there's a question on Harry Brook's ability, and he needs to learn that. But I think on
Because
seaming
Champions Trophy,
tracks,
it was also Joe Root scoring the runs for England. The if you
yeah,
talk about the white ball side and now the
yeah,
Test matches,
Ben Duckett also got 100, I think, against Australia.
yeah,
though,
Ben Duckett,
though
yeah,
I think Champions Trophy, those were really flat wickets and all. Yeah, by the way, I think now there's 6 viewers to the live.
yeah. I think today, I think yes. So Deepak has
No,
commented.
Akashdeep
Akashdeep
inexperience.
experience. I
Yeah, I
don't
think
think he's inexperienced. I think he has played around 10 matches. I think.
Akashdeep, see, Akashdeep is no Bumrah. I think he has his skill issues. He's good with the new ball, but if he can't get wickets with the new ball, he fades out a little. And also, he's not someone who can bowl express pace. So I think you can counter him like Brook did yesterday. If once you counter him, I think, sort of loses out his length. And we saw that in the next 2 matches. He was superb at Edgbaston, no doubt, but at Lords, he picked up, I think, one, and yesterday, here also, he picked up only one or two, if I'm not wrong.
And not to forget Prasidh Krishna, the way he was criticized after the first Test match, the
Yeah,
way
so
he came
Prasidh
back.
Krishna, and even yesterday, Prasidh Krishna was leaking runs at 6 at one point. He was 72 runs in 12 overs, and then he came back well. Today,
I
he
think
picked up
that's
those
one of the
two
issues
early.
he has to correct. I think in future also because he's I think
Yeah,
going to be one of the India's leading bowlers. So I think this issue he has to correct. I think in future. But once
is
he gets his
Jamie
length,
Smith
line and
doing
length,
well in Australia? See, Jamie Smith, I still think he has talent, but the way he played today, I mean, he needs to fix out the temperament issues. But in Australia, he should do well. Harry Brook, he has talent to play on seaming decks. We saw yesterday how he can reverse the pressure. We saw it in Wellington also. In New Zealand, he has done it 2 to 3 times, I think. When the ball is moving around, you have lost 3, 4 early wickets. He can quickly come and counter the game. He can score 100 of 80, 90 balls and change the game on his head. So I'm hopeful of Harry Brook. Ben Duckett, I'm not very sure how he will do on
how about
Australian decks.
to how about Crawley and Pope? I think
Crawley did his business, 32 average in this series also. So he went about his average only.
and
I think I would say Crawley still. I have more hope on him than Pope, because Pope, even when he's batting at 100, he looks nervous. Crawley, at least on his day, looks elegant.
and I think the same tradition continued for Pope that 100 in the first match and then slowly fade
Yeah,
out away.
still he scored, I think, a couple of 50s here. Mohammed Siraj is a
He scored.
confident bowler.
Yeah,
Yeah, surely. I mean, Mohammed Siraj really picked, and I mean, bowling 5 matches in a row
man,
is not a
we are
usual.
getting too many new viewers today. So those who are new, please subscribe to our
Yeah, so
channel. That would be
name
helpful.
Deepak and Solanki. So please, I mean, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe our channel. Please let us know where you got our link from. So
Yeah,
please
that
hit
would be
the
helpful.
subscribe button.
Yeah,
We are on 289, so we just need 11 more to reach the landmark.
Oh, nice. So
Yeah,
Deepak is saying that
yeah,
both
surely.
Chopra and
Both
Mark will
Chopra
play
and
in a test
Marco,
match.
I want them to. I want them to. Even I would say Josh Tung. Josh Tung, I think, is much like Prasidh Krishna, has the wicket taking abilities, can produce those jaffas time to time, but leaks a lot of runs.
Who
And Josh
England
Tung, we
pick as
see,
a spinner?
I would say at Perth, don't pick anyone. Go with Joe Root as the frontline spinner and go with a
Or
full
maybe
pace attack.
Jacob Bethel maybe.
Jacob Biddle first needs to play a few county games. I think at this point he's had too much lack of match practice and which costed him here. So yeah, but they can play Jacob Bethel in place of Bashir. I won't say wouldn't want them to pick Bashir in the first game. Maybe going down at Adelaide or at Melbourne, they can pick a spinner if they want to. But at Perth, I would say Vokes. Anyways, I wouldn't have taken him to
Will
Australia.
Vokes,
I don't know.
yeah, I don't think outside England Vokes is that much effective.
Yeah, but
It's like
surely,
his
I
age
think
is 13.
I'm not sure
Yeah,
if this was Vokes' last Test match for England or what. But I mean, he definitely deserves a lot of respect for the way he came out. So I hope this is not his last Test match. He comes back at least one more game next year and plays as a fit bowler.
but yeah, I think 36 years of age. I think this is surely his last WTC cycle. I think Ritik has a comment. A
Yeah,
fitting end to a wonderful series and perhaps the perfect result in the series ending in a draw. Absolutely, I think. I think it would have been a
yeah,
shame if India
yeah,
lost
surely.
3-1 or even England lost 3-1. I think there was hardly, I think, any difference between both the two sides, I would say.
Yeah, surely. So I think Australia will be a challenge for England. They need to. I still believe this
Absolutely.
England side has the temper, has the skills, has the bowling to deliver the goods in Australia. But it's about to whether they can hold their nerves and not panic like they did here. So I think they can win a couple of games if they do the basics right.
Oh,
I think
I think Deepak
best
is a bit harsh. He's saying that baseball is not working on a green top.
I mean, it may not work. I'm not sure. Will it work or not? But there's no reason why I should think it won't work because it worked in New Zealand on green decks. They almost came close to chasing 370 here. They should have won
I
in
think
9 out of 10
still in
times.
Brandix it would work, but I think on subcontinent conditions I doubt it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. On green decks and particularly with seam movement, even the best of biff technique won't take you long because there will be a
yeah,
ball on
yeah.
with your name written on it. So you need to counter anyways. But yeah, on subcontinent tracks, there's a bit of question whether their baseball technique can survive or not. But yeah, I think it
Up to
should
now it
work in
didn't
Australia.
because in India it didn't. In Pakistan, unfortunately,
Yeah, yeah,
once the
yeah.
pitches
Now they
got
will go to
turning,
Bangladesh. I think later in this cycle, by the end of this cycle, they will go to
yeah,
Bangladesh.
that would
So
be also we need to see how things turn up for them. But I think for England to stay in this WTC cycle, I think that Ashes tour will be very much important. If they
yeah,
cannot do well,
they
I
at least
think
need to draw the Ashes 2-2 or something.
yeah, I think then it will be curtains for them on this for this cycle also, and
If you
that
look
will be
New
a
Zealand quicks, if you
yeah.
look New Zealand quicks are not 140 plus, but the attack of Australia have 145 plus quicks. Yeah,
Ah,
that but 145 plus. Josh Elwood is not 145 plus. Boland is also not. Only Cummins and Stark you can
Boland
say.
is Boland is I think mid 130s I think if I'm not sure.
Yeah, Boland is more of a medium pacer kind. But yeah, so I think yeah, and also with the way when you are attacking and playing, they're playing that kind of innings. Sometimes it's a 50-50 thing. I mean, on your day, everything will go in your favor. The edges will go above the slips and all, and maybe on another day you will get out 100 all out. But yeah, let's see what happens and how what kind of pitches Australia dish out. It's quite a way to go. I think 4 months to go, around 3.5 months. So we can have the
Yeah,
discussion later on. Also, there's a lot of cricket coming up
yeah.
before that.
We
Uh,
can have a dedicated discussions on that Ashes also. It will be a heck of a
yeah,
contest,
once
I
the
think.
Ashes comes, that will be quite a big series. So we will, anyways, have reviews and all made on it. Uh,
Ashes is coming, and now, yeah, I think we have lot more of interesting series there. The Asia Cup is coming, I think, the next September. If we talk about the
yeah,
tournament
so
perspective,
yeah. So this August, there's not a lot of high-profile cricket, I would say. Yeah, Australia top order also weak. And Shubhradeep has made his entry as soon as that comment has come up. Australia top order also weak because of Warner retirement. This was something he was saying a few hours ago.
Well, it is weak. I mean, no doubt about it. But the only point is, have the plans around who is going to be their future. I don't see. I mean, I don't see Usman Khawaja going past this Ashes trip or Ashes home games, to be honest, because he hasn't scored runs in the last 18 months at all. He struggled in, apart from the one he scored in Sri Lanka, he has nothing to show in his CV. So if he doesn't have a great series against England in his home Ashes, his position will be under a bit of pressure. And the fact is, Sam Condon, one thing I am very I believe one thing that once a player comes into the game and we talk about, oh, look at his stride, look at how he strides, look at his stunts, that means the player is not scoring runs. The batter is not scoring runs. And once the batter doesn't score runs, it doesn't matter how he stands, how he moves into the crease. Doesn't matter. As a batter, your only currency is runs. And Sam Contas hasn't got runs at all from that since that debut game against India at the MCG. So he will be under pressure. Two openers are going into a test. I'm just watching a little bit of talk on the green decks in the comment section, and that's my question was also when we were discussing in the group that are Australia prepared to give green tags? Because I am not really sure about them giving green tags to those two openers who will be under a bit of a pressure, to be honest, because at the end of the day, you have to
Marcus
look at your
Harris
batters.
is a good option.
He is.
Marcus
He's scoring
Harris
runs.
looked a good option, but I think he made his debut in 2018. But yeah, will they pick him up?
Yeah, Marcus Harris, I think, played his last test in
By
that
the way,
Ashes
Australia
only, if
don't
I
go with
remember
Travis
correctly.
Head as an opener, Saptarshi or
No,
Subhadeep.
no, I think Travis said at number five is good when it's a green deck or something. I mean, in those conditions. In
I think
subcontinent, he can open because that's the best time to bat in subcontinent.
didn't open in some of the matches. I'm not. I don't remember actually. Yeah.
No, no, he opened only in Sri Lanka and India, if I'm not wrong.
The
Okay.
fact is Marcus Harris. They can try Marcus Harris. He has scored runs in the last Shield game for Victoria. He also scored runs for Lancashire in his county season. He also led them Lancashire in the county season when Jimmy wasn't there. But the fact is, even if they're going to Marcus Harris, who's the other opener? They have to find another opener. The issue is post Warner for a couple of months or maybe 1 year. They didn't have a concern for one opener because Usman Khawaja was batting well. They have one spot cemented. Now they have two play for positions where they have to got two openers, and now how they will inject two new openers in the Ashes game? It's bang hard. It's bang hard. At the end of the day, my theory is very simple. It is the ultimate test match. So for Australia, there's a pressure. There's pressure. There's serious pressure on the top three. Cameron Green didn't look good even in West Indies. Yeah, he scored runs. Got 150, but that was also those few flying edges here and there. Few bad umpiring decisions went against the West Indies, and he got the runs. So they are all concerned. And apart from Travis Head and Steve Smith, I don't look anyone. And also the fact is for England, if you got 300 in England, you are in the game. If you got 300 and you don't pick up wickets at the start, you are out of the game. Australia, test matches in Australia means you have to score 400, 450, 500 to win any game. Those teams which have done it, even when India owned the game in Perth, they scored over 450 in the second innings. Had they not do it, they might not have owned the game. So it's about scoring runs. It's about batting in Australia. And and also the fact is how will England they rotate their bowlers. I mean, Ben Stokes has talked about the game that they think they are in a good state. I don't see them in a good state at all. I mean, so many loopholes in the team at the moment for in my eyes.
How Mohamed can get back his position because Green at three and Webster at six. How Mohamed Okay, so he's
Then
saying okay. Then
maybe
Sam
they
consciously
need to drop. They need to.
then Sam
I mean, Cameron Green is in bowling shop. Is he bowling? No, I don't think he will
no
bowl for the summer.
no. I think by the Ashes he may be fit to bowl. Not sure though.
So if he doesn't bowl in the Ashes, what's his job? Only batting. So
Yeah.
I will only rate him. So I will only rate him by the runs. I can't say he's the all rounder because he doesn't bowling. And if he
Okay. So
doesn't
he's
score runs,
saying open with Labuschagne like the WDC final.
you can you can open, but Labuschagne doesn't open. For Queensland he bats at three or maybe four sometimes when they have the Pearson in the side, so it doesn't open for the Queensland. And suddenly you are asking Labuschagne, your number three, to open because you are struggling at the opening position. That's not good. That's not good. Someone comes to me and saying, "Oh, you have to open because we are lacking an opener. You have to sacrifice a number three position where you are successful." That's not good. I mean, your job is to find openers. I can't believe that Australia can't find an opener. That's not Australian cricket. That's, I can't believe, man. There was in the past there was JL and Hayden opening, and there are thousands of openers waiting in the in the cold room. Like one of those will fail, and I will get a chance. And there is Australia. They're asking a number three to open. Please open for me because we are lacking the opener.
Yeah,
Oh, oh,
surely.
and what's your batting lineup now at the moment? Just tell me. What's your batting lineup?
Australia.
Yeah, Australia.
Yeah, so I would say, yeah. Or do Australia have any other test series to see before Ashes, or is it? I think straight away Ashes,
No,
right?
I think straight away
Wait.
Ashes.
They
I
have the
think.
South Africa series, South Africa series. They have then India, and then straight into the Ashes.
Okay, so no other test match. So I think
No.
it will be a toss up between Sam and Labuschagne for that spot opening. Khawaja will surely start, but not sure if he
That's
will
good.
continue
Yeah.
for the 5 matches.
And then
And
number three,
and then I think
Green.
three is Green, four
Green.
Smudge,
Smith
Travis,
side.
and then who bats at six? Drew Webster, right?
Webster
Or
Webster.
or
Webster,
say Carey.
yeah.
Seven.
Six, seven Carey
Seven
West.
career.
And seven carry, and then the Pacers and Lion.
Pacers and Lion.
Now, if you then who is the backup option? For say Khawaja and Labuschagne both have tough games in the first four games. Who is your option for the New York Test match? Who's the backup option there?
Yeah, so for their batting backups, I mean, one of Samuel Levishan will be on the bench. There will be Inglis. Who else?
There is that one player who played against. I can't remember his name. I mean, his name was something called Alex. Name. He played against the Sri Lanka Ace team in Darwin and he scored runs. And he said that he's looking for the Ashes call in the international side. So I'm not sure whether he will get a chance or not. But he should go to look. And also the fact how we, how about Josh English in the scene? Josh English can open for me. I want to have Josh English in the scene. Can he open?
Yeah,
Only as the opener.
can Josh Inglis open? I mean, yeah, he can open and do something like Zach Crawley. If he
Yeah,
goes 90.
that's my point. Because eventually you are not getting runs. I saw the I mean, West Indies bowling was excellent. It was Joseph, Shields, and Shamar was
Yeah,
excellent. There's
also
no
I
doubt
think
about it.
Sam Contrast was a bit caught up in that West Indies series. He didn't play freely
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he played against India. Maybe someone has
that's
put
like,
it into his head that you can't go
yeah.
out and scoop every time.
Then I don't understand why. Because if he's someone who's naturally aggressive, at the end of the day, runs matter.
Bancroft also in contest before BGD. Yeah, coming to that, I think
Yeah.
there are some of the players you need to allow them to play how they wish to. If you tell a Rishabh Pant, if you tell a Harry Brook, a Travis Head that go out, defend the balls in a proper orthodox way, like a Joe Root, like a Kane Williamson, play those late cuts, they won't do well.
But I think
That's very natural.
Rishabh Pant has a good defense. I think. But yeah. Yeah.
That's very,
Yeah,
very
but
good.
I mean, you can't ask them to play proper textbook cricketing shots, proper front foot defense, leave the ball continuously. I mean, someone like Ben Duckett, he is effective in his own way, but he's not a proper Alistair Cook kind of opener who will leave the first new balls, then to defend, then play only the bad balls. He plays it in his own way, but if we tell him that you play like an Alistair Cook, he will end up being a third grade opener.
Yeah, I don't. One thing I don't understand is why are you always stealing the aggressive batters, play defensive, and not the vice versa. You can go to Dinier and say, "Come on, man, score a 50 or 20 balls." Can you say it? Can he do it? No, he cannot do it. Dinier doesn't even score 50 or 20 even in T20s or T20s. How can he score in the
Who?
test matches?
Dean
Dinier,
Elgar.
Okay.
Dinier doesn't do that. So Alistair Cook doesn't do that. Alistair Cook hasn't. Alistair Cook took almost 10 years to hit his first six in a test match. Can you believe it? You cannot tell Rishabh Pant to stop scoring sixes in a game. You can't do a Harry Brook. Look at Ben Duckett, how he has changed himself. Once he come under Ben Stokes and the Basketball era, his stats went just flew up, absolutely flew up. And you see,
Peter
if you see his
Anderson.
record,
Anderson. So okay, so coming to two comments from Deepak. First one is Bancroft, and then Anderson Broad less England attack weak.
now I think I don't think you can literally look back and say, well, Jimmy, I wasn't happy back then when Jimmy they got a kind of a tap on the shoulder on Jimmy, but can
Yeah.
you guys hear
So
me? I can hear my own sound.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
I can
audible.
hear
It's
you right
audible.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so the fact is that they have to get rid of those two at any point of time. The one thing is very they don't talk about it, but the entire planning of this basketball was to look at this Ashes strip. That's very simple. The entire talking was they have to do in Australia. Now, because they have to reach there, you cannot change yourself. I was watching that Michael Vaughan's interview for the BBC. They're saying that they are reckless. They are reckless. No doubt about it. I cannot believe that you need 70 runs with 7 wickets in hand against this Indian side where the fast bowlers are absolutely toiled hard. They are dead on their feet. And you lose the game by 6 runs. Even if you play defensive, you are going to lose that. No matter whether you're reckless or you are cared or you are not carefree, something like that. They have played some very, very bad shots. That shot from Jacob Battle. Oh, that's four. That shot from Jamie Smith. That's four. That's seven stump ball. You can
Yeah,
leave
so
that.
I think yeah, we were having the discussion also. Jacob Bethel and Jamie Smith were
Yeah.
probably the main, you can say, criminals in this bottle job by England. Yeah, Harry Brook sort of opened up the game, but that's how Harry Brook got the 100 also. So maybe it's sort of a 50-50 thing. But yeah, those two surely, Jamie Smith. And Jamie Smith was sort of hanging the bat in the outside the off stump, waiting for the ball to catch his edge every time. He did that 10
I
times yesterday also.
I honestly feel he was mentally tired of after a long series to keep
Yeah,
wickets
and
for
James
such
Smith,
a
I mean,
long time.
he started the series on a high, got those two
Yeah.
forties at Headingley, so saw them home in that huge run chase, then got that massive 184 at Edgbaston, getting that 100 in a session or so, and
Second innings also, I
even got an
think he played
88.
well. I think. Yeah.
Huh? At
The
Lords
second
also,
innings
he got
also
that
he was good.
50. Yeah, so after those
Yeah.
5 innings, he just came down and down and down.
So there was one huge building, couple of tiny buildings, and then there was nothing. That's Jamie Smith's entire test series. I thought he was physically tired up. He was I mean he kept wickets for such a long time. We talk about the bowlers, batters, but as a keeper, he was there, squats up and down every single delivery to keep wickets for the spinners, the pacers, run from one end to the other end after end of every over. That takes a lot of your energy. And end of any test match for the 7 weeks to do so is just such a hard job. And then my another question is what is the status of the spinner for England? Who is going to Australia? I mean, who is not? Who are going to? They have to have two.
Yeah, yeah, in the
So
first game at Perth, should they play a spinner? Should they go with an all pace attack and Root as the
now
only
I want
button option?
I want this spinner. I want a spinner, to be honest, because I thought if they have to have someone in Perth, you have to have someone who is tall, and I mean tall means one name that always comes out is Soeb Bashir. But I wasn't happy when they got back to Liam Dawson and they didn't go back to Jack Leach. I thought Jack Leach is a better bowler than Dawson. I mean I know his stats are good. Hands fair, he has batted well, he has taken wickets in the last couple of seasons, but that was same for Jack Leach in the Somerset. I mean, one thing I don't understand is how England build a spinner for a couple of years and then suddenly drop him and they don't pick him even there is an injury scare. You had a chance to use and see Jack Leach and where he stands as a player. It was the last test match before the Ashes trip.
I think we have a
They are not
question
going to.
from Deepak. I think.
Why
Why Gigi
GG
favor
favorites?
more an all rounder than a? I think England players are also vulnerable playing with tailenders.
Yeah.
Uh, no, I don't think so. I don't think so because they have the aggressive batting. They can actually eventually bail themselves out. There will be a couple of games where they will fluster, as many teams do. But on a general perspective, I think they are better to bat with tailenders because of their aggressive version. And coming back to the first question, is GG favoring the all rounders? That's the issue. That's the white ball mindset. That's the white ball mindset that MS used to have more all rounders because you're going with a defensive mindset. You're not
Yeah.
attacking. I remember the best captain squad. And Ricky Ponting said, "You pick your best five batters, you pick your best five bowlers, and you pick a wicket keeper. If a wicket keeper can bat, that's a bonus." And the same quad was done by Clive Lloyd. The same quad was done by Mark Taylor. The same quad was done by Graham Smith. The same quad was done by many the great captains in the game who had the chance to do it. And that's the reason why India went with Saha for a long time because Saha is that great keeper in the side before Rishabh Pant actually arrived with his batting skills. He could not drop Saha because he was such a great wicket keeper with his pacer and spinner. They have to go with him even with his average down to 20. So that's why that's the issue.
Okay,
And
so I can
this is the
see here something. BBC chief cricket commentator Jonathan Agnew. So some of the BBC guys have given out their 11s for the part test straight away. Jonathan
okay.
Agnew is
Let
saying
me check.
Crawley, Duckett, Pope, Root, Brooke, Stokes, Jimmy, Atkinson, Kurse, Archer, and Wood for the first test. So he's going with a
Let,
five-pronged pace attack, including
let
Stokes
me
and
let
Root
me
as the
just.
only option.
What's the account? Is Jonathan Agnew's account or is it BBC's account?
No, no, I saw it from a post. BBC, where I think they have given it in some of the interviews. Not got the interview; it's a post where all the comments have been given. Jonathan Agnew, Michael Vaughan has given one. Ebony Rainford Brent has given one. Alistair
Can you
Cook has given one.
can you share it? Can you share it? I want to see this playing 11 here.
Okay, I'm sharing it in our group
Yeah.
or trying to share it in the comment section if possible. Okay, so the
Yeah, better to
subscriber
share in
count has
group
gone
now.
up by one. It's 290, so just a 6 and 4 away. So
Okay, you
I'm
got
doing it
another one. Huh? What? 290?
Subscriber count.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm trying to paste it in the comment section. Is can we post any picture here? Is it possible? Or no? No, we can't. I think so. Let's do it in the.
I think we have a comment from Saptik Mukherjee. Saptashi, can you take that or Subhadeep? Yeah, anybody? Yeah.
Shop of the Shifted best friend.
Okay, so I know what the comment is. I guess I didn't take it.
Oh, okay. So,
Did you put it on the WhatsApp? What is that relevant, man?
Yeah, I'm giving it just a minute.
hmm. And now we have huge number of people watching us. So,
Yeah, so given it.
Let me guess. Okay. Properly. Anything Crawley, Duckett, Pope, Root, Brooks, Smith, Atkinson. They're going with four pacers. No spinner. Root is the pacer. That's Michael Vaughan. He's going with Tong in place of Cards. Wood, Archer,
okay, the
Atkinson. That pick Wood. What's the status on Wood? I don't know. Is it fit enough? They all pick Wood. There is Ebony. Ebony has gone with Bashir, Wood, Archers, Atkinson, Smith, Stokes, Brook. Okay. Alistair Cook. He's a smart guy. He has gone with Atkinson, Kurz, Archer, Wood. He has not picked a spinner. Phil Tufnell. He has gone with Tong or Arts. Same team. BBC has Stephen. I mean, I don't know him. He's Crawley, Duggett, Root, Stokes, Atkinson, Archer. So three bowlers are common in every game, every team. That's Atkinson, Archer, and Wood. I
Atkinson,
don't know
Archer,
about
and
Wood's.
Wood. And that's quite obvious. I think these three should be the first choice bowlers if fit.
Uh, they should be. Should be.
Okay, so Bashir has been picked only by Rainford Brent. I don't know him. And anyone else?
um,
Bashir. Okay, Stephen Shemlet has picked him.
so musical travel has a comment: is India going to the final for WTC? And your thoughts on the Harry Brooks man of the series? Like, does he deserve? And I think we had a discussion on that also. I
Yeah, so
think.
Abhishek said that Gambhir picked it up. So I was not sure about that.
Yeah, I think the
But
decision is
yeah,
taken by the head coach. I think. Yeah.
yeah. So I think Gambhir made that kind of moment. Who is your favorite, Messi, Ronaldo? He said what? He said who was that footballer? Rashford or something. He said, I think.
Tomorrow is 100 starting, and I have got some
Yeah,
replacement
yeah. So
signing.
yeah, so we were discussing about that, right? Some hours ago.
Okay, so Northern Superchargers, who is Headingley, they have signed Imad Wasim as a partial replacement of Mitchell Santner for the first two games because he is in Zimbabwe for a test match. Mohammed Hamir has replaces Ben Duaris for the same side, the duration of the season, entire duration, because Duaris is out of the tournament. Amir is a little bit concerning because he will fly to CPL for the Night Riders once it overlaps, and then Akhil Hussain. Akhil Hussain has come as a partial replacement of George Linde for Trent Rockets. He's playing with Joe Root, London Spirit.
India for WTC 2027 final. He's saying so. We had a discussion on it. No, I think. Yeah, I think India can go or not go. It's still a long way to go. They have a series in New Zealand, one in Sri Lanka, and then the home series should be easy. I think.
Yeah, but the question is how do you rate Shubman's captaincy? Because I found it okay. I found it okay, not great or bad,
Thank
but I mean
Gambhir for
okay.
not choosing Jack Leach as the man of the series. Gambhir, Gambhir could have chosen Alistair Cook.
I knew it. When the announcement came that man of the series, I knew it. It won't be neither Joe Root nor Ben Stokes. He will say A or B. No, see. He go in with Harry Brook. Harry Brook had 481 runs. He scored runs when India won the game. England lost the game. He scored in both the games where India won. What's the matter of the runs when England have lost it? And he picked that guy, Harry Brook, out of nowhere. I mean, who scored runs in three successive games? Joe Root. Who bowled with a broken shoulder, everything? Ben Stokes. Who captained the side? Ben Stokes. Who was the main player under pressure? Joe Root. Whom did he pick? Harry Brook. Out of nowhere.
The, the last test match, I think we were discussing that Ben Stokes
Yeah.
fell.
Not just that, I think Ben Stokes every game, whenever England was under the pump, he stepped up.
Yeah, absolutely. He is their man. And that's why that's the another question is, can Ben Stokes survive the entire Ashes?
Yes, that has been quite a serious discussion also on BBC and all. I mean, they have been discussed on Sky. They have been discussing it for the last 1 month. I think. Can Ben Stokes
Okay,
play 5 games in Australia?
let's just put yourself in the Bender McCullum's shoes and say how he'll have a discussion with your captain. What will you tell him? Will you say no? You are not bowling anything over than 5 overs fell.
Yeah, I think they need to have that talk. Yeah, sometimes I think situations arise like the Lord's match. Ben Stokes, McCallum was saying from the I think balcony that he needs to stop now. He kept on bowling 10 more overs.
And that's the issue. I mean, as a player, he wants to contribute every single, but I think it should be a
Yeah,
rule
sometimes I
for
mean
Stokes.
you have that adrenaline rush in those close games, and you think I'm gonna give it my all. Whatever happens, I will see it later. But yeah, they need to have a talk that are you okay with Ben Stokes giving it his all in 3 games and then missing out the last two, or do you want small
Absolutely
amounts
not.
from him for 5 games?
Absolutely not. Because even if he does give his everything, there's no guarantee that
Yeah,
England would
I
win.
mean, even if he doesn't bowl a lot in 2 games and bowls well in the other three, and his batting and his experience and his leadership is still invaluable.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Shubman Gill has
I,
batted 10 by 10, as captain
I,
5
I
by
have
10.
I have another question before I take a leave. I have to go. I mean, before I go, I have another question: is why does India's pace bowling, say pace bowling department stands? Which are your backup options? Because in the series you saw there's Siraj, there's Bumrah, then there's Krishna, there's Akashdeep, there's Harshit Rana, then Anshul Kamboj at 120. Is it our pace battery now? My question is, what's the BCCI's job to make sure that you have a huge pool of pace bowlers and you can pick for anyone for any trip and say, here's our man, he's going to bowl 140 every single over here, wherever he bowls in a test match? Because I don't see them growing in a test. I remember last year in March, BCCI put a central contract on the pace bowlers. what's the job of my central contact pace bowlers if I have not got any pace bowlers who can bowl at 140 apart from Bumrah and Siraj in two different trips of Australia and England?
Yeah, actually, I think in the home season now, India can field four spinners also if Jadeja plays at six. And if Jadeja at
I
six,
have no issues
Washi.
even if they go with five spinners. I have no issue. My point is, what's their plan for Sena Test matches? They're going to New
Yeah,
Zealand next
yeah,
year. You have
and
yeah,
again in New Zealand, Bumrah will play the first test for sure. But can he
it's okay.
play back to back tips? That's a question. Siraj, if
Even
fit,
if Bumrah plays,
mostly Siraj
even if
stays fit and plays all the tests.
okay, yeah, let's say Bumrah plays, Siraj plays. Who is the third pacer who can bowl at 140 continuously? That's my
Prasid,
question.
Prasid, I
Prasidh
think.
Krishna.
Versus Krishna. Okay, let's get versus Krishna. One of those pick up an injury. Who is a backup option now? Have India built a bowler? That's my question. Have India built a pace bowler who can
Yeah,
come
I
and
think
say, yes,
they
I'm
don't.
there.
That backup is an issue. Even Akashdeep doesn't look to be that good once the ball gets a bit old. He's good only with the new
Akash,
ball.
even in his prime fit, doesn't bowl at 140. I want a premier pacer. Like I want someone like Umesh who can give me pace, absolute fiery pace.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
Mayank Yadav can do that.
Mayank Yadav can't
Fine,
even survive a 4 over T20
Mine can
game.
survive 4 over. That's my point. Can't survive 4 over. Can't do the 15 over game. So,
And if you play him in a test match, he will enjoy his rest of the life in hospital, God forbid.
I mean, they have gone with Arshdeep Singh at a squad. Arshdeep doesn't bowl at
Arshdeep
140
Arshdeep
regularly.
also is not that kind of express pace bowler. He's someone who swings the
Yeah.
ball mid 130s and all.
You know, when the news came that the BCCI pays bowling contract, the first bowler who signed this contract was Tushar Deshpande. And let me tell you, Tushar Deshpande, since signing that contract, has played just two red ball games for Mumbai in the entire Ranji season. That is not how you manage your fast bowlers for future. Because I know at some point of time, Siraj will pick up injuries. He is at the moment not pick up injuries even after going through such a long spell of bowling in five test matches. But there will be a point of time when his body will be tired and will pick up one of those odd injuries. Krishna doesn't look good. Bumrah is always injured. I'm not always sorry. Pardon me for my choice of words, but he's made injured. Siraj got injured. Krishna got injured in one of the trips. You have to win in South Africa. Who is your player now? You're not going to pick someone like Nitish Reddy for the new ball to go and bowl your 120s to South Africa batters in South Africa. What's your future? Because I know 15 months later, when we will go to New Zealand, we will again say, oh, Bumrah has to take wickets. Oh, Siraj has to take wickets. Oh, Krishna is going for runs. Why is there another pacer? We have not built on pacers in the off season. We have 15 months. Have we make a plan there to build on our pacers? We haven't. And that's a sad story. Even when Virat was the captain, apart from everything he did, India went to the choice kind of pacers. They went with Umesh Yadav at home, Ishant Sharma at home, Mohammad Shami was there, Bumrah was there, Siraj was there. And then you didn't build on any pacer apart from those five. And now once Shami got injured, Bumrah got injured, Siraj is the lone survivor there. Umesh has retired, Ishant has retired. Umesh hasn't retired officially, but he's gone out of the team.
Ishant, I
Ishant
don't
has
think he has
retired.
retired also.
Ishant
Oh, he's
also, I
retired.
think,
Ishant has retired.
official post hasn't come, but anyways, they
Oh,
have.
I'm not going to wait for Ishan Sharma, who doesn't survive in T20s, to test matches for sure. He doesn't survive in T20s either.
Yeah, so I think that bowling has been a kind of issue. Home test matches,
And
no issues. You have spinners and all,
even all
but
rounders, even all rounders, who are the pace bowling all rounders? Nitish Reddy, Shardul Thakur. Who else? That's
yeah,
it.
yeah, even that Shardul Thakur position, they are still. I think Nitish Reddy is still a work in progress. His batting looked to have declined than Australia. Here, he was a more free bird in
Bowling
Australia.
was good. His bowling looked good, but yeah.
See, I think Nitish Reddy's bowling is
I'm
a
agree.
bit better suited in England than Australia. Also, in bowling that mid 130, 120 range.
No, but the fact is that I am really frustrated to see India's pool. I mean, can't believe that the talent India have with so many players playing in the IPL, run this season every time. We cannot find the pace bowling all rounder. We are that much poor in this segment. That much poor. We have just Nitish Reddy. Once Nitish Reddy got injured, everyone's saying, Who is? Because Shardul Thakur is not in form. Who is going to play the all-rounder format? And what did we do? We have to play with the extra batter, or to tinker the balance, have to go with two spinning all-rounders. We cannot play Kuldeep Yadav because we don't have options either. And I feel sorry for the captains and the coaches because they don't have options. We always go after them because of selections. But one thing we forget is they don't have players. How can you pick your players if you don't have any options there? And that's how your balance is tinkered, and you end up I know this is a drawn series 2-2, but my frustration has gone out of window because there are multiple chances throughout the series where India could have easily won the series. Easily. They didn't even play 60% of their abilities. Not even 60%. Still they got draw the series. Still. That's how good Indian cricket is. But still Indian cricket, with all the facilities they have, all the money they have, all the opportunities they have, they cannot find their pace bowling pool and cannot find the pace bowling all rounder. That's much. There's the state why the BCCI is standing. I rest my case.
Yeah, so 15 months later, we can have their answer maybe when India goes to New Zealand.
Oh, we'll
Meanwhile,
not have the answer. Again, we'll say, oh, Bumrah is not taking wickets. Siraj will definitely do. Siraj is taking wickets. Krishna will go for 5 runs for over, but he will eventually get a wicket. That's it.
Mohammed
And
or
by the
Krishna
way,
Kandera.
and by the way, in New Zealand, on those green decks, you are not getting those 450, 500. So make sure you
Yeah.
have your bowling on top.
Yeah, I think New Zealand will surely dish out tracks like they did in the 2020 series. One of those matches will be in Basin
Absolutely.
Reserve.
So, Basin River, absolutely. It's the Wimbledon court. You can actually have some tennis if you want after the end of the game.
Yeah, so one of those will be at Basin Reserve. The other one may be at
Christchurch or
Christchurch, or maybe.
Maybe they put something on Napier to just say your coach is coming. Let's show us if you do it before your coach.
Yeah, so uh, the batting would again. I mean, the batting would anyways face a tough challenge. So it's up to the bowling what they can do. The batting will face a tough challenge because New Zealand have that crop of fast bowlers. They have got Henry O'Rourke
Henry.
and
Although
uh,
Henry, I think he's in 36. I think he's also in mid 30s. O'Rourke
no,
is
no,
there.
no, Henry is 33, I think. Uh,
No,
Whatever, but at this point,
yeah.
Henry is at the peak of his career. So yeah, he's 33. I didn't say wrong, but he's at the peak of his career,
Okay.
so I don't have any
Henry
issues regarding
O'Rourke,
him.
Jamison, and I think Nathan Smith. I think.
Yeah. So that attack will be good, I think. Anyways, I think it's almost an hour. So yeah, that was a pretty successful live, I would say,
Yeah, good
after a long,
participation. I
long
would
time.
say. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that was a pretty successful. And the subscriber count has gone to 290, and it was a live after a long time where we got a lot of interactions also. So there was a lot of comments and all. Yeah, so the next
So
few weeks, I think there won't be a lot of cricket. Abhishek can wake up in the morning and watch Pakistan versus West Indies. He likes Pakistan a lot.
no, it's
So,
in happening in my evening time. So yeah,
okay, sorry, I just forgot. It's for you. It's a better
and
time.
I
It's
yeah,
happening in
and
your
the matches were very close contest, especially Jason Holder, the second T20, where he finished the last ball boundary.
yeah. So
Obviously,
this
Pakistan
is a
won the series,
yeah. So
but yeah,
this is a 5 match series or 3 match one.
three match, three match. Now it's going to the ODIs.
Okay, so in the ODIs, your favorite player will anyway come back, so you can watch it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And then there will be the 100, and I think there will be one Australia versus South Africa ODI series, which will be a good one.
And then the Asia Cup.
Uh, and then the Asia Cup is bullshit, honestly speaking. I'm saying this on
Hmm.
air only, but Asia Cup will have no competition in and T20
No, but
format. So
in
India will
T20
destroy
format you
everyone.
can still expect. No,
No,
it's
I
T20,
still
and
don't. I still don't see. I mean,
last time India didn't play the
only
finals.
only if they dish out absolute, I think, rank turners or something like that. The Bangladesh kind of pitches with absolutely nothing for the batters. Then I think there can be something because the Indian stroke makers may have some issues. But apart from that, I
But
really
I
don't
feel
see
yeah,
anyone
the
troubling
T20s,
India.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay, I think then we can close it, and it's a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's time to close. So
Yeah.
the last 2 or 3 minutes, maybe any questions we can wait just a couple of minutes and then closing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a pretty draining series also, and 25 days. I mean, I think Ashes 2017-18 was the last one where it went 25 days. So every day there wasn't a single day where the match didn't was over or something. Every day there was some sort of action. So it started with at Headingley, India, where I think 350 odd on the first day for three, and then second day India had a collapse. England batted well. Harry Brook got out on Harry Brook had that survival on zero, no ball by Bumrah. Then the England batted so well. Then India put up a target on fourth day. England chased down 370 at its best, and India started on a wobbly note, 211 for five. Then they made runs
Hmm.
and on day two, 580 odd. England collapsing 3 wickets down. Then England came back on day three, but India again struck back. And by day four, the game was more or less decided. England lost on the fifth day at Lords. They started off Joe Root getting 98, I think, on 98 or 99 on the first day. Then they got those runs on the second day. India got some runs on day three, day four, and there was that brawl between Shubman and Crawley and all those things. And then
From there, the
day
fight
four,
started.
uh, the England didn't get a lot of runs at one point. Looked like India would chase that last half an hour spell from Wyden, Kurtz, and Stokes changed the game, and then on day five, after a lot of events, England finally managed to win at Manchester. India started well, then England came back, got them for 358. Then England played so well, got such a big lead. India went 0 for 2 on day four, and then India came back strongly. And at Oval, we all know what happened. So it was a series full of ups and downs, absolutely draining. I think everyone needs a break, so do we. So that's it. Signing off from India versus England series. See you again in the next video. Cheers. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you so much.